Everyone is asking me what's the state going to do to try to create jobs. We have some proposals that would do that. For example, releasing the $20 million, which has already been approved in the budget, so that the local Ivy Tech could be expanded. That would result in immediate construction jobs during the time of the project, and then would allow for a better facility for retraining of our workers and getting people the skills they need to get jobs in our community. So those are just two things I think that we could do real fast in this session to hopefully help with the creation of jobs. We also have two other major goals we have to accomplish this year. One is putting together our two-year budget, which the economic situation is tough, but revenues are increasing as opposed to 2 years ago. It's predicted that by the end of June we may have a budget surplus of all areas of state government of almost $680 million. With that, I hope that we're able to at least lessen cuts that we may have to put into the budget when it comes certainly to public education. I'm very concerned about that. We need to restore funding for local schools, for higher education. I don't want to see cuts either for seniors in regards to the home health care programs. So the budget will be, of course, an important issue for us. Also, this is the once every 10-year session where we redraw the legislative lines. And I'm hoping we adhere to the 3 C's, as I call them. Compactness, that the districts are as compact as is possible. We do want to, of course, put approximately the equal number of citizens in each one of those districts, but keeping that in mind, keep the districts compact. Also, recognize the community of interest as it is recognized. Don't split up cities or towns or other areas of Indiana which have commonality, you might say, in terms of the community. And finally, to the extent that we can, let's try to draw competitive maps that will allow diverse opportunities for opinions to be heard and represented at the Statehouse. So those are, I'd say, a lot of the issues that we're going to be facing this coming session. Well, I've always been in the minority during my time, and what I found is you have to forge relationships with the people across the aisle. You have to reach out to them. If you do that, I think you can be successful as a legislator. But in the end, it does come down to the majority. They have the votes, and there's one of two ways they can carry that out. They can carry it out with the idea of trying to forge consensus where it's possible without sacrificing, major principles that they have, or they can ignore other points of view and act in an arrogant fashion. That usually comes back to haunt them if they do that. So I'm encouraged. I've always worked in a bipartisan fashion at the General Assembly, and I intend on continuing to do that.